Hello, my collective. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's well. Everyone's had a wonderful day or is about to have a great one wherever you are. Okay, let's begin. I've already lit up the candles. So we're going to say a short prayer. All right? So just give me a moment. Okay, so the energy of our angels, especially Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Chamuel, of course, always is upon us. And I also feel the same seraphim energy of fire that's been still around us. So I think we're still under such tremendous bit of protection. So I'm sure there's something happening in the background that we don't even know of, that we don't want to know really. We would want us to be detached from that situation completely altogether. But just to let you know, my collective, there's something definitely happening in the background. The angels are on alert, they're around us and they're making their presence felt. So usually it is a sign that they are like warding off those evils, but they just let us know later, right? They don't tell us like right then, so that we just don't like think about it, stress about it, worry about it or whatever. They tell us later that, oh, you know what, this has happened and I was here and I did this and blah blah blah. I think that's what is happening. We're going to come to know later, but I do feel right now, yes. In the past few days, I think we have been under, it could be, I don't know, I think they've been trying to like attack your crown. If you are chosen, I'm talking about my chosen here, they could be trying to attack your crown, attack your, something related to, it could be your third eye also. Could be your third eye. So they could be trying to attack your intuition, your, the layman language, the layman term for that is like your gut feeling when you know what is and how it is, right? So it's okay, we have them around us, we are being protected, just so you know, you're like tremendously protected, tremendously. And I'll tell you why. Like literally from since mid last week, I would say, I've had this one major download. I cannot tell you, I have received this like when you have this recurring confirmations, right? When it comes in multiple times. So that as it's a confirmation, that it's a download and that you are supposed to be sharing it to 44 on the clock when I said that. You're supposed to be sharing with the collective. There is a message for someone in the collective here, like someone would be kind of benefited by knowing this. So this came in like just like fire. This is second only to the number of times that fire message came in when the seraphim dawned upon us, right? Really, I'm telling you. This time, this message came in like, it's only second to that. It came in so many times. Yes, आइए महाराज, क्या चाहिए आपको? Why do these all have to be charged right now? All of them, like 4 or 5, all of them. और कुछ? या why not? और भी डिवाइसेस वे भी ये पड़े, ये भी ले जाओ. Okay. That was a tradition, right? My husband just coming in, barging in every now and then. Okay, anyway, so having said that, back to the message. So this, the message was, that download was 133. It came in so many times, and there was like one moment that I just like stood still. I'm telling you, I just stood still. I was like, let me see how many times it comes in, like just I'm like standing still, and it came like 133. Like, what is happening? Such a resounding message. I have to like, so Lord took me to the fact that it's probably chapter 1 and verse 33. 133 could be that. We'll look at everything. We'll look at the angel number 133 as well. But I know for a fact that divine is pointing to Bible and to several books, which I think the 3 books that were pointed out to me. Like, we have talked about this collective. Bible has several books, 18 to be precise, right? And there are several other books like that are an offshoot of those 18 books, right? So it could, so some people might consider it more in number, but there's 18 main books. Okay, so we'll go to, okay, let me refer to my notes first. All right, let me go by. Let me begin with 133 because it is so heavy on my heart. There are several other messages also. My God, there are like so many. This entire page is full right now. But there, so we'll stick to that, priority wise. So this is 133 Proverbs, the book of Proverbs. We'll go to book of Proverbs 133. Hang on, just a moment. I corrected. Do we have Isaiah also? Not Isaiah. We got. Okay, let's begin with Proverbs. So 1:33 is chapter 1, verse 33. Okay, so we'll go to chapter 1. We'll go with verse 33. The chapter's name is Purpose of the Proverbs of Solomon. What is the purpose? I think it's just, let's see if it is pointing. It's basically, what is it pointing at? Let's just go with that first and then we'll begin from there. So just the verse 33 and nothing before or after that. Okay, in fact it ends at 33. The verse 33 says, it's only 2 lines. It says, but whoever obeys me dwells in security, in peace, without fear of harm. So I think good. So whoever it is for, I think it's for you collectively. You need to just understand, all you need to do is this. If there's anyone, I do not know if there's anyone like trying to threaten you, trying to like, kind of downplay you, trying to outsmart you, trying to outwit you for no reason. Like people like to play games, right? Vela people, right? As you say in Punjabi, vele. Nothing to do, nothing much to do with their lives. So they do that to like people who have purpose, right? Or in fact, their purpose is to be in the way of God's children. All right, look at it that way. They're karmics. That is why they're called karmics. That's why we call those people karmics. They're here for certain karmic lessons for you. All right. So it's, the Lord is saying, the divine is saying, the God is saying, Jesus is saying, the divine Father is saying, whoever you believe in, Lord Shiva is saying, Mata Parvati is saying. Take it as it resonates. Okay, it says, but whoever dwells, so I'm sure there are like 50,000 things that happen, like okay, this might happen, that might happen, but Lord is saying, whoever obeys me dwells in security, in peace, without fear of harm. Just go with what I've been asked you to do. What is it? If your purpose is something, you've been asked to write something, go write. You are supposed to like read something, go read. You're supposed to just show up somewhere, do that. You're supposed to teach someone, do that. Whatever your purpose is, your purpose is to help people, to serve people, to help animals, birds, as I say, right? That comes really close to my heart. So I'm sure it is one of those things for you. Take it as it resonates. Whatever works for you. Could be working for Mother Earth, whatever it is, right? God's purpose. The divine is saying, just go and do. Just obey me. I asked you to do this. This is your job. Do this. Just don't think that how is it going to happen. Oh, I might encounter this problem. Might encounter that. Just so know. And my life is testimony collective. Why am I being asked to say this to you? Why do you think that is? My life is testimony. You would not believe how many people on a daily basis pose hurdles in my life. But I just come out of, and these are their words. They feel that I just come out of it miraculously. This is just always like a divine intervention. These are their words. These are their thoughts. How the fuck we just fucked up the situation so much. And how did she come out on top still? How is she still happy? What the fuck? We did this, we did that. We had like 100 people on this one plan. How did she end up without moving? How did she end up on top still? You know what I mean? So these are like divine is going to maneuver things around, move pieces around. Just don't worry about it. You are in, that's how I started, right? You are like tremendously protected. Don't you worry. And as I said, at the cost of repeating myself, my life is testimony of divine protection. What does divine like? I have so many people against me plotting and planning, like absolutely villa people who just do this. That is their daily, to-do list to come in my way, literally. And I still come up on top. I still do my job well. I still live a beautiful life. I am peaceful. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'm brighter than before. All right. So just so you know, you will dwell in. Let me just point on those words, because this is not like because it's rhyming. So these words are not there because they rhyme. They are there for a reason. You will dwell in security. So don't worry about it. Go for it. If you are supposed to speak your truth, which as a chosen one, as a child of God, you're supposed to speak your truth. Go speak your truth. I guarantee you that if you're a chosen one, you're a child of God, nothing wrong will ever happen to you. Nobody would be able to scratch you. Your reputation will remain intact. You will do well. You will progress in life. All right. Then he says, but whoever obeys me dwells in security, in peace. So you will have utmost peace. Your life will be peaceful. No matter how many people come in, no matter how many ill intentions they send in, how many plotting and whatever kind of plotting, planning they do, how many people come in your way, how many people try to like poison your life, you will remain peaceful. All right, peace, peace, peace. Let peace be everywhere. All right. So then, and without fear of harm. So whoever obeys me dwells in security, in peace, and without fear of harm. So just again, as divine is asking you to be fearless. Fear to nahi dena. And if you want to know, there are like various exercises you could do, like just to get in that fearless mode. If you think too much, if you overthink too much, just like you might want to like minimize things that you think about. Like there are various other, we'll talk about it. We'll have a fearlessness wala class ek din one day. Just you and me. I'm going to talk about how to get there. A lot of people think like, isme itna confidence kahan se? Like it comes from the source. 12 on the clock when I said that. It comes from the source. It comes from my divine masculine and my divine feminine inside me uniting with my divine source. That's how I get the downloads, and that's the source of my strength. Or else we'll talk about how to create that relationship with God. One day we'll have class just on this. We'll have 1 hour session just on this, how to begin that relationship with God, how to begin and how to get in this fearlessness mode, right? All right, this was 133 of Proverbs, just one book of Bible. Now we're going to go to the other book, which is Mark, the book of Mark. I don't know why it's called the book of Mark, it's called Mark. Bro, itna hi pata hai. But pata hai, itna hi pata hai. Okay, then Mark is, so again, chapter 1, verse 33. The name of the chapter is, it says, the beginning of the gospel of Jesus Christ, the Son of God, the preaching of John the Baptist. Okay, this won't make sense to you. Hang on. Okay. All right. Okay, so the verse is, again, just a one-liner. Divine. Okay, this is in continuation. Just go with my flow here. It says, it's one line that says, the whole town was gathered at the door. You know, what is it in relation with? Why do you think the whole town in this, it talks about Jesus? I think this was the time when Jesus started healing people with, with his hands, with his energy, with his frequency. In fact, oh my God, that was one of the downloads. It was one of the downloads here, which I think I wrote down. Hang on for a second. You're supposed to be liberating certain souls, all right? I'll share a experience with you, a spiritual experience. But along with this, you can, number 7, I have it as number 7. It says, you can heal by frequency. So whoever I'm talking to here, there could be multiple people, there could just be just one soul, but you're truly a chosen one. You can heal people by your frequency. I do not know whether you realize it or you don't realize it, yes, but a lot of people might just feel, it's like a balming energy. Every time they speak with you, they hear your voice, they spend some time with you. It's like a balming energy, like when you have like pain, but you apply that painkiller balm on it, that soothness, the peace and that relief that you get. No, that is how your energy is. You can heal people by your frequency. the frequency by which you operate, what that energy around, the energy field around you, you can heal people by that. And this talks exactly of that. It says the whole town was gathered at the door. It was gathered at Jesus's door because he had started to heal people. I think it was like, see, they came to Capernaum, and on the Sabbath he entered the synagogue and taught. The people were astonished. So yeah, Jesus rebuked him and said, "Quiet, come to him." The unclean spirit convulsed him, and with a loud cry came out of him. See, he was like literally, what is exorcism? Like, right? He was like literally pulling out evil spirits from people. And does not say like literally my number 4 download was God loves you and wants you. Of course, oh, sorry, we covered this. Number 5 download was divine is using you to liberate other souls. Is this and then you can heal by frequencies, exactly Mark 1:33. Or not. Sorry, divine, for them. I just suddenly realized, I didn't realize it while writing down Mark 1:33. I put it down just in case I just forgot to get my laptop in this room or something, and I didn't want I thought I'll just write it down. So this was literally, the whole town was gathered at the door because Jesus was literally curing people by his frequency, by his energy, by his hands. You have that healing power, my chosen one, whoever you are. Amaze balls, dude. This world needs you. This world needs you, bro. Not just your family, not just your circle, not just your, whatever group that you hang out with. Dude, this world needs you. Welcome. Welcome to the spiritual journey. And if you haven't realized, just try to see what kind of impact you have around people. You'll understand what is your purpose really. All right. Jesus rebuked him and said, blah blah blah. We were amazed and asked. All were amazed and asked one another, "What is this? A new teaching with authority. He commands." See, they're talking about Jesus. People are talking about Jesus. They're saying, "What is this? A new teaching with authority. He commands even the unclean spirits, and they obey him." That means not just the light. Jesus had the power to command even the darker forces. He told them, that's what he said, right? Jesus rebuked him and said, "Quiet, come out of him." That's what he told the spirit, that unclean spirit they're talking about, that whoever was, affected with. Like, you must have heard me talking about entities, super entity, that I can spot entities on people, like the way they walk, talk. You can see they are influenced. This is not themselves per se, but they're like an additional energy over them. Let me just put it in a way that people will be like, ah, that kind of. But bro, it's true. That's how it works. This is the truth, right? Nothing to be scared of. Anyway, so the unclean spirit convulsed him, and with a loud cry came out of him. So Jesus had to say just one time, quiet, and come out of him. And that spirit, that unclean spirit, they're being very kind and very generous when they're saying unclean spirit, like darker entity, came out of that man. And people were like, "What the what?" All right, okay, those are not the words here. Nobody's saying what the what, but you know what I mean. His fame spread everywhere throughout the whole region of Galilee. All right, so that's where it's from, blah blah blah. So then, on leaving the synagogue, he entered the house of Simon and Andrew with James the blind. Blah, blah, blah. So Simon's mother-in-law lay sick with a fever. They immediately told him about her. So Simon's mom-in-law was not feeling well, bro. So they told Jesus about it. He approached, grasped her hand, and helped her up. Then the fever left her, and she waited. So he could just, like I said, healing touch. Jesus would just, his voice commanded. He didn't have to even touch that man, that unclean spirit that we just talked about. Like, he only had to say, "Come out of him." And that darker entity had to flee, had to take the command. Then here this lady was suffering from very high fever. Jesus just held her hand, and she was like, okay, that fever gone. Fever is, vanished. So when it was evening after sunset, they brought to him all who were ill or were possessed by demons. Again, there were a lot of see, trust me, it's not okay. The olden times everything was like demonic or something. No, but this is true. Um, a lot of our problems are, like you say, like the energetic problems, right? Energetic problem. You could literally be in the same environment. You could be just absolutely prospering, thriving. You could radiate absolutely different kind of light. You could be in the same environment and be doing that because your internal environment is great. All right, this talks about that. Like Jesus was able to control that bit. So the whole town was so people brought everybody who was ill, everybody they thought had an entity over them or something. Everybody was brought to Jesus. Now it could be just like absolutely medically sick people also. You're not saying only that he was like only dealing with energies. No, he was dealing with like people who were actually medically sick also, that the whole town was gathered at the door. Everybody came to Jesus for help. Why this line is pointed to us? My chosen one, whoever you are, number one, you are needed. Like I said, you are needed in this world. You're much needed in this world, which is plagued with war, pain, and cruelty. You are much needed. Your healing energy is much needed, bro. Whoever you are. Alright, you are my brother, you are my sister already. We already are brother sisters, by the way. Alright, but still, I have to say that your energy is what, if you haven't realized who you are really, what your purpose is, then you are being guided. You have been brought here to this reading because you needed to know this, or probably you just needed to be pointed in that direction so that you realize what your power is, what your purpose is, what your gift is, what your blessing is. Let's not call it power because it has a very negative connotation, right? Power, right? And just suddenly feel that any and every power would be misused. That's how we feel about the word power, the term power, right? So let's just call it blessing. Your blessing, if you don't know about it, then divine is pointing you towards. It's like you're like that compass that points north. This is your north node. This is your north node. Literally the whole town was gathered at the door. That means you will have, so, and it's just not about name and fame. That will come along with it. It never comes separately. Don't worry about it. This I've said it in the past in many of my reads, but those who are new here or relatively new here, they would know that it's promise. It's not like you will just sit and you be somewhere in the background and people won't know about what service you're doing to this world. You will get rewarded in 3D as well. You will live a life of luxury, not even just abundance, luxury. You're destined to live a life of luxury, which will be your reward in this life, in your 3D life, so that you enjoy this also while you do this service to the world. Where you bring in your gifts and help other people in this world. Alright, so this will not be a private moment. This would not just be a local moment with like 20 people, 30. No, this will go viral. Let me just put it in like today's language, viral. Everybody would know about it. Alright, so this is your gift. If you did not know that yet, or if you have probably just maybe your divine inside you maybe nudged you in this direction, that you have healing energy, you have healing light. There was a long time ago, like I think we came across this energy earlier also, but whoever you are, okay, I don't want to like pull you out and just embarrass you or like put you in the limelight if you're not ready. But just so you know, this is your calling. You're supposed to be doing this. You just, be fearless, as Divine said. But whoever obeys me, so Divine is asking you to come out, try helping people, do whatever you can. Just go. Just be there. Just begin. Anyhow, anything, little bit, whatever works for you, whatever you want, whatever comes to your mind. Whatever would be your first steps, just do that. And the rest will be paved for you. Alright? So whoever obeys me dwells in security, in peace, without fear of harm. Don't you worry about it. Nobody is going to be able to withstand against you. There will be people coming in your way, of course. Absolutely, 100%. I guarantee you that. My brother, my sister. Absolutely. 100%. But yeah, but Divine is literally saying you it's like you have like this, let's think about Lord Hanuman on one side, with his muscles and with his whole thing, with his with his, what it's called, Gada, right, with his hand. Archangel Michael on the other side, with his sword, with his wings and his purple light and that handsomeness, blonde hair, and all of that beautiful beauty that he is. He's very handsome. All of this on your left, and on your left, Archangel Michael, on your right, Lord Hanuman. And imagine this, they're saying, just go do it. They're asking, they're like bullies standing right in front. There are probably 100 bullies, and they're like two of them. They're saying, just go past the road. We are right standing here. We'll see them. We'll see them. Go. We are asking you to go across that road, go to that destination. We're asking you to go from point X to Y. Go. And all you have to do is just to believe them and go. You will see opposition. Again, if I did not make that clear, let me tell you, yes, 100%. In fact, that part is guaranteed. It's not almost guaranteed, it's guaranteed. You try to do a good thing, gazillion people will come and just start crying and lay on the road and would not let you do it. Alright, but you still have to do it. Just go and nobody would be able to scratch you. I'm telling you this. Nothing, not a scratch, nothing. You would feel most empowered in your life. You're just doing what you've been asked to do by the divine and doing it in faith that you are protected. I think that's the test. That's what you have to show, that you have the faith. You know, you understand your gift and you respect the gift that's been given to you. Alright, so beautiful. Oh my God. He cured many. See, you're supposed to be helping people, bro. Not supposed to be just sitting at home doing something clickety clackety on your laptop and just getting the monies for it. You are here for bigger things, bro. Why do you think it's a brother? We're here for bigger things. Oh my God. Oh my God. So hang on. Let me just finish that sentence that I've been stopped from saying. He cured many who were sick with various diseases, and he drove out many demons, not permitting them to speak because they knew him. Alright? So just see here also, I told you my throat chakra, they were trying to close my throat chakra because I'm just empowering you right now in a way. Alright? He cured many who were sick with various diseases, and he drove out many demons, not permitting them to speak because they knew him, who were posing hurdles in the way. He drove them out. Alright, so he's right here. He's telling you, he's encouraging you. This is divine encouragement, bro. And I already told you before I even started, I'm sorry about my throat, but I'm going to keep going. I already told you this came in so many times that I had to pause. I got oh my gosh. I was cooking. I was cooking dinner, and I just paused. Okay, divine, I got it. 133. I got it. They're 133. You're just keep going. They just went on. So this is a huge gift, a huge blessing to humanity. You have this amazing blessing in your being, and you are supposed to be making use of it. So just catch it in the moment and just do something about it. Just try helping people, whatever you can, and you will be given the way, you will be shown the way. Alright, let me move to the third one, 133. That is book. The name of the book is Luke 133. Okay, we'll go to, hang on, so amazing. I'm so happy. Hang on, 133. Again, chapter 133 would be 1:33 would be chapter 1, verse 33. Okay, we're going to chapter 1, 130 and verse 33. Okay, the name of the chapter I should tell you is, okay, there's no name of the chapter, just started. Okay, it says announcement of the birth of John. Okay, I don't know what that John. I think it wasn't John that Elizabeth's child. Announcement of the birth of Jesus. Okay, yeah. So now Jesus, so this chapter is named, this phase, whatever this section, no, not phase, the section is called announcement of the birth of Jesus, and the verse is 26, 27, 28. So we'll go to verse 33 that we have been pointed at. It says, and he will rule over the house of Jacob forever, and of his kingdom there will be no no end. Bro, literally divine is telling you, you will rule. You will rule. Literally. And he will rule. This is one sentence in this one line, in this verse, whatever you call it. It says, and he will rule over the house of Jacob forever, and of his kingdom there will be no end. Wowza. Oh my God, they're talking about, I think it's Archangel Gabriel giving the news to Mary, right? Yes. Archangel Gabriel, right? Archangel Gabriel that we pray to, like we evoke, right? We thank every time we go out. They're always around me. But, and I'm thankful and grateful to that. But Archangel Gabriel was the one who gave this news to Mother Mary. But she was not Mother Mary then. But he told her, he gave her this news that, you know, you've been chosen and you will bear the child of God, right? Jesus, you will bear the child of God. And she was like, I'm not even like, I'm not married, I'm not with anybody, I'm not in a relationship with a man. But how will that even happen? She asked that question, how will that even happen? I'm not married, I'm not in a relationship, I'm not seeing anyone. I mean, she didn't say she's not seeing anyone, but you know what I mean though. Just for the generation lambdas, I have to clear it up sometimes, okay? But he says, I think something he says, this 6 months coming to her, as Archangel Gabriel said, coming to her as in Mother Mary. Okay, yes, Mother Mary, we'll call her Mother Mary, we can't call her Mary, dude. And coming to her, he said, hail favored one, the Lord is with you. Hail favored one as in the chosen one, the Lord is with you. And she says she was greatly troubled at what was said and pondered what sort of greeting this might be. Like, why is Archangel Gabriel, B, why is he calling me the favored one? Why am I being called the favored one? Why is he calling me, why is he addressing me as the favored one? And then Archangel Gabriel says, Archangel Gabriel, please protect this reading. So he says, Archangel Gabriel says, do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with the God. Behold, you will conceive in your womb and bear a son, and you shall name him Jesus. He will be great and will be called the Son of Most High. And the Lord God will give him the throne of David, his father. And he will rule over the house of Jacob forever. And of his kingdom there will be no end. Damn! Oh my gosh, you are so amazing. Whoever you are, truly, you're like the chosen of the chosen ones, yaar. I'm telling you, I'm sure, like out of the 144,000 brothers and sisters that I have, right? Okay, all of us, you are truly the chosen of the chosen one. You have like such a divine purpose. Divine tells you, go do whatever you want to do without fear. As in, not whatever you want to do, right? You get the drift, my collector, right? Go whatever is your purpose. Do whatever is that your heart sets, feels that you should be doing, sets out for you. Do that. And then he says, the whole town will be gathered, as in you will get immense success and people will acknowledge it. Alright, not that you're looking for public validation, but what Divine is trying to say, that don't worry, it's not just going to be only spiritual. Alright, it's going to be something that you will feel in the 3D as well, in your this life. Alright, then he says, you will rule over the house of Jacob. I'm getting emotional, bro. Oh, wow, I am honored to do this reading. Whoever you are, my chosen one, I am honored to do this reading. Alright, okay, let me just have a sip of water. Hang on for a moment. Okay. Alright, we're going to cover, okay, I already almost covered. Okay, so let me just not let this flow go. I already covered this bit where I told you the Divine, there was one of my downloads which I wanted to come to later because I wanted to cover 133 first, because 133, Divine would not just let it go away, right? So it was making me feel guilty even now. 133. So it's like that. So Divine is using you, and this was my download that came in earlier than 133. It was, Divine is using you to liberate other souls. Liberate others, he said. Divine is using you to liberate others. You're supposed to be really, really helping out people in this life. Don't like be sitting there, don't just go by the rules. In fact, my next download is don't fit in the matrix. Okay, if you're going to just play by the rules, play by this societal rules, play by what has been set out for you by the society, then you will never be able to achieve what is your destiny is. And I've already told you what your destiny is, bro. This is what is set out, this is what is destined for you, this is what is fated for you though. But there are choices that you will have to make on the way. That's the hard part, right? Choices that are mostly that it's almost like when you're like, now take it metaphorically, when you're like blindfolded, it's already dark everywhere, surrounded by darkness. All of our chosen ones, we're always surrounded by darkness because we are the light of this world. Light is always surrounded by darkness. That's why light is needed, right? Because it's dark. You get my point? That's why we are the chosen one. Why otherwise, why would creator be like, creating this special bunch of people? Why otherwise, what is our need? Why are we even needed? Because literally we're just regular people. Why are we needed? Just so you know that you will be surrounded by darkness. It is almost like being surrounded by darkness and then having a blindfold on, and then you're asked to make various choices blindfolded without being able to see anything. And the rules are that only you are not able to see everything. Everybody else can see everything, but just you. It's only you who have to literally navigate by faith, by what is being told to you by the divine, by what your gut tells you, what your intuition tells you, what the divine inside you tells you. Those choices that we make, knowing, because see, you have free will. It's not that if you don't accept this gift, you don't do anything about this, will just die away with you. No. Just so you know, this is what I was told by the divine. If you don't act on the blessing that you have, it can be passed on to another chosen one. Can be passed to another chosen one. If you don't answer the call, that gift will be passed to another chosen one who is willing to obey the divine, willing to take that leap of faith, willing to navigate in darkness with their eyes blindfolded, without having to hear anybody else, just the divine. That's what it is. So it is a beautiful gift. You're here to you are going to make an impact in the new world. Just so you know, I hope you understand the new world order that the Mother Earth is establishing, right? You have a very, 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 very important role to play, my friend. So, but it is up to you to answer that call. All right. So divine is saying don't fit in the matrix. That means you probably at this moment are trying to still maneuver your way around it, which is perfectly okay. I mean, you take your time, please. We're not saying that you have to be through your first, second, second final awakening like that. It's not easy. I've been through it, and I know it's not easy. So take your time, but just so you know, you still have to keep working on it. You cannot have a break time, I'm going to not do this for a year, I'm going to do this for a year, and then I will do this, maybe I'll see. No, it's not like that. This is, you've been chosen, that gift has been given to you, start working. Every day you work on it. The days I don't work, I get jar from divine, even now. Every time they just come at me. I was surprised I was not shouted at this time, because this came in. I should have come with this reading on Friday, which was my scheduled day to come. I did not, because I had other things to do. But I was surprised I was just not yelled at. Otherwise, it's usually the case. I'm always just given that chart. They let me go this time, I think. Last time or something, I don't know. Hope not. But you see it as how it is. So, but you'll have to. So, divine is telling you to don't fit in the matrix. So, just don't comply with those rules. Those rules are not meant for you. In the sense, I'm not asking you to not comply to any societal rules. Again, don't misunderstand me here, let me just be very clear. Don't what my point is that you don't have to just think on those terms. Just don't think in 3D terms. You have to think in 5D terms, in spiritual terms. All right, if you think, oh, somebody else is doing this and you are supposed to do that, no, brother, you're not supposed to do that. You have been given a separate path. You're supposed to do that. Don't try to think, oh, this person is doing this, so I should do this. That is what I'm trying to say. Those rules are not for you. Let everybody else do whatever they want to do. You are supposed to be on this path. Just so you know. Now think about it. I don't want to like put in too much pressure. All right. Let me already see. So I've already covered that you can heal by frequency. You're supposed to be liberating souls. I did have a spiritual experience, but I do not know whether I really want to like share it right now, because I think your calling is like amaze balls. I should let me see, if I feel like it, I will share that experience, like how it is about liberating souls. It could be any soul. Doesn't have to be like soul as in like a person only. I'm sure you already have done a lot of work. You have probably unknowingly or unknowingly helped a lot of people on their journey. I'm sure you have. All right. What else did I have, yaar? 144. Okay, I got one. Psalms 144. I also got. Divine literally talked to me. After this, Divine started talk to me. Okay, Psalms 144 came in first, and after that was just 133. Luke 22 also. Hey, Bhagu. How much? 41 minutes in. Okay, I need to like pace this. Alright then. Okay, Psalms. Let's do Psalms. Again, this Psalms is also a book of Bible. 144. So we'll go to Psalms. Let me find Psalms. I've been holding on to this but not drinking. I do not know what is wrong. 1 second. 144. Let's open this until. Not drinking this because I don't actually need water. You know what I mean? This is not me having a throat problem. This is someone trying to block my throat chakra because I'm speaking the truth. I'm sending this message to a chosen one. Alright. Okay, so Psalm 144. 144 is 144,000. This number is special to us chosen ones because we are 144,000 chosen ones. So 144 is a number very special to chosen ones. Alright. You would not believe how many times, and I cannot tell you how many, hand to God, that there have been so many times that I've been in doubt that I should do this. Is this right? Should I do this? Will this be correct? And Divine has shown me 144. That you are a chosen one. You're destined to do this. Go for it. Like that. You're destined for it. Go for it. I'm telling you right here. Alright, so 144, chapter 144 of Psalm says, it doesn't have a name per se of the chapter. It says, of David, blessed be the Lord, my rock, who trains my hands for battle, my fingers for war, my safeguard and my fortress, my stronghold, my deliverer, my shield in whom I take refuge, who subdues peoples under me. See, it's again about Divine telling you that you are under my protection. Don't you worry about it. And this is like a chosen one, 44 on the clock, chosen one singing to Divine, saying that, thank you so much, Divine. Blessed be the Lord, my rock. You are my rock. A chosen one or a follower, whoever, a devotee, let me say. Let's simplify it. A devotee singing to God, saying, you are my rock, who trains my hands for battle. Because like I told you, what is the only thing that is guaranteed here is that there'll be a gazillion people coming against you. So he's saying, who trains blessed be the Lord, who trains my hands for battle, who tells me how to fight this battle in 3D. Again, you have free will. Alright? You have to make that choice to do this. Of course, this is destined for you, written for you. It's in a scroll 44 on the clock. Written on a scroll, it is for you. You still have to move your limbs in this world. You still have to make an effort towards this. You have to make a conscious choice towards it. Right? In fact, a series of choices you'll be asked to make towards this purpose. Alright? And which may not align with your matrix. with your matrix, whatever world you are living in, it may not align with it. All right, so we'll just go through this 44 minutes. Okay. I don't want to rush it also, because see, Divine has given up these messages, these downloads don't come to everybody, I don't want to rush it, like, just for the sake of it. Again, so we'll just breeze through this one in a sense, like we'll just almost kind of sing along. It says, blessed be the Lord, my rock, who trains my hands for battle, my fingers for war, my safeguard and my fortress, my stronghold, my deliverer, my shield, in whom I take refuge, who subdues peoples. It literally says peoples. I'm not Old English, right? Who subdues peoples under me. Lord, what is man that you take notice of him? The Son of Man, what you think of him? Man is but a breath, his days are like a passing shadow. Lord, incline your heavens and come down, touch the mountains and make them smoke. Flash forth lightning and scatter my woes, scatter my foes. Woes be, why not woes also? Flash forth lightning and scatter my foes. In fact, like, remember we talked about Lord Indra? This talks about lightning. Marhots and Indra, Lord Indra we talked about. Flash forth lightning and scatter my foes. Shoot your arrows and rout them. Reach out your hand from on high. Deliver me from the many waters. Rescue me from the hands of foreign foes. Their mouths speak untruth. Their right hands are raised in lying oaths. Of course, untruth, lies, deception. This is the way of this Yug, right? Kali Yug. It is an age of, this is supposed to be the age of information, but this is basically the age of misinformation. You would have seen just lately, this is all what has been happening, right? These AI videos, they're like, of course, fake videos and everything that have been, they're just like being used to hurt people, to slander people, to hurt their image, to hurt their opportunities, to hurt their, their motivation, their, their drive, their passion, their purpose. Basically, it's all that. What else would someone gain from it, really? Everybody knows, let's say that the video where Rahul Gandhi's mother was shown, Sonia Gandhi was shown this way, and then Modi's mother was shown in a certain way. What do you think? Everybody knows, we understand, like, I would expect people to know, by the way. Oh my gosh, yes, there's so many lambdas here, they may not be able to distinguish between what is real, what is fake. Of course, I didn't, take account of that. But having said that, I still would like to believe, oh my gosh, I would like to believe that people understand there's a difference between those are not real and which are real and which are not real, But having said that, like, this is the purpose of that exercise is to break somebody down, to break their motivation, to hurt their heart, to block their heart chakra, to let them not believe in humanity, to let them not believe in love, to make them not believe in compassion. You know what I mean? Confirmations after confirmations, I'm telling you. Literally, this was supposed to be the age of truth. In fact, there's a story right after Mahabharata, when Lord Krishna saved Parikshit, right? The last Pandav that was left. I think Arjun's wife, was pregnant at the time. Uttara was pregnant, and Parikshit, who was supposed to be born, right? Parikshit there was this Brahmastra that was coming, and Lord Krishna, like, kind of like somehow just stopped that Brahmastra from reaching Uttara's womb and killing Parikshit, right? Then Parikshit, when he grew up to be like this righteous king and everything, there was once he saw, there's this story that goes, so I was giving you a context of who Parikshit was Arjun's son that was like saved by Lord Krishna. Alright, so Parikshit once came across two beings. One was a bull and one was a cow. Alright, and so the bull had, like, I think his 3 legs were broken, and they were so bull was symbolic of dharma and cow was symbolic of Mother Earth. Alright, So Bull, his 3 feet had been broken, right? They were like, he could not stand on three of his feet, right? 1 feet was, again, metaphorically speaking, it was penance. Second was piety. Third was mercy. And the fourth remaining one that still was intact, but the S3 had broken, right, was truth. So by the time, so the story, basically what Divine is trying to tell us, that by the time the 222 on the clock, by the time Kal Yug came, from the Satyug, Treta, all of the Dwapar Yug, by the time Kal Yug came, penance, piety and mercy had already gone. They had already, vanished from our lives, to put it mildly. Alright, only truth remained. That one leg of that bull was symbolized truth. Alright, and then there was this, then it shows that there is a man that comes in, like really hideous looking man, but he's draped in royal clothes, royal gems, right? Alright, so he's symbolic of Kal Yug. Alright, so he comes and he starts in front of Parikshit, Raja Parikshit, to be quite honest, King Parikshit. He starts to beat up that bull and the cow for no reason. No reason at all. He starts to beat up and they wail and they cry and they scream, the animals, but there's no one to help them. He keeps beating them up for no reason. So what is shown here is Lord Parikshit, Raja Parikshit, not Lord Parikshit, Raja Parikshit saw this as like Kal Yug trying to take that last pillar down as well. What is the last pillar, my collective? I just told you, truth. Only truth remains. Already penance, piety and mercy are gone. Only truth remains. One second. Alright, yeah, sure. So now the truth is under attack. So this is the age of beautiful miscommunication, misinformation. Again, why slander campaigns? Why deception? Why lies? Why do these lies and whatever all this shebang is, why do you think it spreads so easily? Why do you think people believe it? Because this is what Kal Yug is. It's trying to break that last leg. Right? So you are here to not comply to that. You're here to not fit in the matrix. You're here to, my collective, you're here to save dharma. You're here to save the truth. Alright? Let me see if there's anything else in here, because this is fairly long, this 144 poem. Oh God, new song. Sorry, I was distracted in between because there was something that came on the screen. Give victory to kings. You deliver David, your servant, from the menacing sword. Deliver me, rescue me from the hands of foreign foes. Alright, their mouth, okay, we were on this line. Their mouths speak untruth. So this person who was like, this is a prayer from a devotee to their deity, to their Lord, saying, rescue me from the hands of foreign foes. Their mouths speak untruth. Their right hands are raised in lying oaths. May your sons be like plants. Okay, so yes, all of it. This is basically blessed the people, so fortunate, blessed the people whose God is the Lord. This is basically a poem where someone is like appealing to divine. Alright, so again, this might be a message for someone there who feels that if you feel that you've been oppressed, you've been suppressed, all you need to do is to pray to divine. Just ask away, pray to divine sincerely. Just have that dialogue, create that relationship with divine, wherein you can create that, open that channel to speak. What is that channel? Conduit, right? Open that channel to speak with divine. Tell them that this is your problem. I have not encountered one instance in my life, and this is, again, why am I being asked to say all this to you? Confirmation. Why do you think I am doing this of all people? I'm telling you, there hasn't been a single instance, and that's why I take it very seriously. There hasn't been a single instance in my life wherein I have not sincerely complained about somebody and divine has not taken a severe action against that person. It has not ever happened. So I take my prayers very, very, very seriously. If I know that if I'm going to be like saying this against someone, divine will check my heart, and they know that I will never complain out of reason. I will never, if I ever complain about something, they take it extremely seriously. I forget, if I cry during a prayer, then that person's just done with. They just can't see me hurt, they can't see me emotional, they can't see me vulnerable, they don't like to see me in that state of mind. They want to always see me in like in my best energy. This is what they love, that frequency I vibrate at. They always want me, my divine always wants me at that energy. Why do you think I always have these many angels around me? I keep telling you I have them around me because they always protect me from these negative people who try to just take that light from me. Alright, so why am I saying this to you? I'm not bragging about, oh my god, I'm so special for God. I'm not here. I'm trying to tell you that you can also have a relationship with God like that. You need to pray sincerely. You probably have that channel. Divine is asking you to come talk to me. Tell me if you have a trouble. Tell me about it. What do you want to say? Who is bothering you? Just speak to Divine, and Divine will tell you that, okay, fine, you need to work on this. Let me tell you, they will, like I said, they will check your heart first. And if someone's been unduly cruel to you, unduly unfair to you, they will be taken care of. Trust me. But if it is your karma first, then you have to correct your karma first. Alright? So you're going to be judged. That's why I'm saying that I'm very, 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 careful with my prayers. I don't just go around saying, Iska ye ho jaye. Never. I know that I would, I'm not at that maturity level, way over and above that, but still, having said that, I'm a human being, but I never say those things. And you also have to be very, like, Divine's literally asking you to come, get through this poem is like, come, talk to me, and I will sort that problem over to you. Alright, so we covered this also. Okay, let me go to next. My cup overflows. Okay, there's my cup overflows. So Divine is literally telling you that, I'm going to, like, if you do this and you build that relationship again, back to the chosen one, whoever it is for, that you will come back and tell me that my cup overflows, my Lord. My cup overflows. That you'll be given, you'll be bestowed with so many blessings, so much love, light, peace, tranquility, harmony, abundance, prosperity, whatever you wish for. Alright? That fulfillment, that contentment, that you will say that my cup overflows. It is basically, this line is, my cup overflows, is from Psalms chapter 23. Do we have Psalms? We can just quickly open it. 57 minutes. Hang on. Why I keep looking at the clock? Because I don't want to make it so long that you don't have the time for it. Alright? Because I know if I were to listen to something and it was 1.5 to 2 hours long, I'll say, oh my gosh, I need to take out time to do it. Right? So don't want it to be like a hindrance. It should flow to you like water. Psalms 20. Psalms. Let's go to Psalms. I have to find Psalms. Hang on. Where is Psalms? Okay. Yeah, I can't find Psalms. That's right. Hang on. I found it. Right in the middle of the page. Psalms 23. Right in the middle of the page. Why am I like this? Anyways, chapter 23 is a psalm of David. The Lord the Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing I lack. You would have, if nothing, you would have heard this line from Bible. The Lord is my shepherd, the Lord is my shepherd, the Lord is my shepherd. So literally Divine is telling you, I will guide you. Do whatever you want to do, whatever you feel your purpose is, go for it. I will guide you. Take your first steps, I will guide you. I will take care of you, and there will be no lack. Don't worry about it. In green pastures, He makes me lie down. In still waters, He leads me. I had no khansi. I did not do once, of course, but then it has to happen now. He restores my soul. He guides me along right paths for the sake of His name. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Wow, this was... Oh, wow. I heard someone else say this today. That even though you walk through the valley of shadow of death. Something like this, she said. Okay, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, For you are with me, your rod and your staff comfort me. Right? You set a table before me in front of, oh, this is very popular. This verse is very popular. It's been given, this is divine's promise. Generally is given as, just bear with my throat, right? So divine's promise that I will set up whatever, all those enemies that come and surround you, right? They bother you, they harass you, they abuse you, whatever they do. They pose hurdles, obstructions, whatever their jam is. Just so you know, I will put a table, I'll set a table for you in front of your enemies. It is like setting a table, like as in you will sit and eat. Right? Look at it symbolically. You will sit and eat in front of those enemies, the same enemies that try to, like, who mocked you, who, like I just told you, whatever they do, right? It will be in front of their eyes, and this will be the greatest punishment. That they could have been in your good graces, they could have supported you while they didn't, but now you're like, they will watch you just do well, progress and everything, and just be in that same low vibrational energy that they have always operated out of. Had they been your friend, they could have, like, literally risen from that, made them their own life better, rather than just be envious and jealous and plotting and planning the same thing that they keep doing. They've been doing for ages and they haven't stopped doing same old thing, same old shit. They could have made a better life for themselves. They could have ascended. They could have self-actualized, but no. So anyways, so this is like I said, the divine generally is like, this is the promise that is by divine is given. I will set a table for you in front of your enemies. You anoint, so you set a table before me in front of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. All right. Indeed, goodness and mercy will pursue me all the days of my life. I will dwell in the house of the Lord for endless days. And this is not like this offer doesn't expire. It's not a contract for like 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. This is a lifelong contract. It's not like, okay, you'll get this reward only for until like 2 years and you'll only be able to reap benefits out of this. No, they'll, in fact, divine will open multiple avenues, confirmation, multiple avenues for you. Multiple avenues for you. It won't just be this. You will, if it is income, if it is the 3D material wealth you would like to manifest, then there'll be many avenues of wealth that will open for you. All right, that is there. Let me see, now that we have crossed the 1 hour threshold, let's just, let me just cover the few others that are left. Have a blessed day. Oh yeah, this also came in. Literally, divine kept saying, there was this 133 was given to me at 2 instances, where this person said, have a blessed day, have a blessed day. And then there was like again 133 at this person, there was another person that kept saying, God is real, God is real, God is real. That kind of revelation when you have, like, oh my God, something miraculous out of the blue kind of thing happens to you. You say, God is real. You realize, God is real, God is real. That kind of feeling. I was at 133 again. So imagine 133. And this God is real came with 555 as well. So that is the number of chains. Something very huge, humongous tower moment. A good tower moment is about to hit you, my collective. Good tower. I told you, welcome this tower, dude. You have to welcome the tower. Welcome the tower. Let it take away all that is not needed, all the kura kachra that is not needed, that you have accumulated in your mind, in your life, whatever. That needs to go away. You need to have a fresh start, right? Alright, so this is the number of change. 555 is the number of change. So just remember this, that the person saying God is real, so something miraculous will happen. And it'll come with an amazing, big, fat change. Alright? Then 333 has been coming, you already know. 33 comes, 333 comes, you already know. When 33 comes, it is, in fact, I read, I went back, I get 333 so many times. In fact, I read about this, that it's like one of the most rarest angel numbers, like one of that people get the least, 333. So you're like very lucky, like your mind, body and spirit is aligned. You're in aligned mega changes, big opportunities, love, light, everything, abundance, whatever you want, beauty, health, happiness, protection. All right, beautiful. So Luke, okay, so now we'll just cover one last one, Luke 2:2:2:2. Then I'll be done with my numbers at least ever given to me, right? All right. Okay, we want to do Luke, which is also another book, Luke 2:2:2:2. Or is it a book? Hang on, I could be wrong. Potentially I'm right. I'm always right in fact. Book of the Bible. Let me see if there's a book called Luke. Okay. The additional book there is. Yes. So it is 22:22. So I'm assuming 22 chapter 22 and verse 22. The name of the chapter is The Conspiracy Against Jesus. Arey yaar. This karmics will make, this was my last one. He'll make an entry. Back door से यहाँ मत आएंगे ज़रूर है to the party. क्या है? Well, freeloaders. Like Luke 2:2:2:2. So chapter 22 and verse 22 of Luke says, for the Son of Man indeed goes as it has been determined, but woe to that man by whom he is betrayed. Achha, so God is literally saying that karmics, you will not be spared. I for a second thought over there here for the party, like, kisi tarike se. We had like literally done one reading without the karmics, but then divine literally invited them in and like told them, and bro, it's like inviting them to the principal's office and telling them, dude, you're gonna be whooped, So let me just read that again. It says, for the Son of Man indeed goes as it has been determined, as in the Son of Man, as in people, children of God. For life will go as intended, as it has been determined. Whatever is, we will be there, we'll get to our purpose, irrespective of what has been thrown at us, what they threw at us, whatever, how many in hordes they come in, it doesn't matter. I'm talking about the karmics, alright? This is what Divine is saying. For the Son of Man, indeed, it goes as it has been determined. So, jo bhi divine will hai, hoga to wahi. Karmics. Hoga to wahi. But for you guys, it says, but woe, W-O-E, woe as in, pain, suffering, whatever, wonderful shit that you have been working so hard for. But woe to that man by whom he is betrayed. Alright? So he as in the chosen one or the child of God. Let's put it child of God. But woe to that man by whom he is betrayed. So it's gonna be it is karma time. So just that. Alright, so our man, there is one but I'm going to cover this one next time, but I think about the liberating, I wanted to share my spiritual experience about the soul liberating thing, right? Let me just keep this pending for now, and when I get to another download that supplements this or supports it, complements it, then I will add that that experience of mine. All right, it may not be needed right now. I think we have done a very nice, well-rounded reading. Don't want to push that in for now. Alright, okay, my collective 1 hour 8 minutes, and thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for listening to me. Alright, I really mean it. Thank you for the bottom of my heart for taking out time and listening to me. Alright, so, and have fun, have a good time. Okay, dwell on all of this. If you want, you can always save this reading, go back, or view it as many times as you want. Just go back, think about it. You have powers. There are things you are supposed to do. Are you doing those? If you're not, then get on with it. In fact, there is, if you don't, let me tell you, it's not like, okay, you make a choice, yes or no, blue or the red pill, and then if you don't go for it, it won't make a difference to your life. It's not even like that. That pressure of not answering that calling that divine had for you is so immense. It can break you. I mean it. This came from someone else, like a chosen man, the one that I consider my soul brother. I said, literally, he's my brother. We were brother sister in previous lives, 100%. There is no other way. And he, like on the spiritual level, we are like siblings, absolutely. And he's way, way, way ahead on his spiritual journey. He once said something like this, that you will be, this call comes, it rings, if you don't answer it, of course it is your choice. You have free will to answer a divine call, go for this purpose that has been set for you or not. If you don't do it, that it's not like, okay, you can go about your day, you go about your life, and like, everything will be like, you will be a regular person. No, you will, because your soul was chosen for this, right? The pressure of not answering the call from divine can be quite crushing. I'm reusing the word that he used. He literally said crushing. Literally. And I feel that at times. I feel it. I'm telling you, there are days that when I don't do the reading, I know this download was important, and when I don't do it, for whatever reason, it could be busy, I have a full 3D life, there are days I find that time crunch, right? When I don't do it, when I knew that I had to do it, that I'm supposed to do it, divine told me to do it. When I don't do it, I feel that big heaviness in my chest. I cannot even explain it. I know that I've like somehow let down divine. I know, like for instance, like they haven't even shadowed me this time, like that you were late or something. Not even once. They didn't mention anything. Not once. But I know in my heart, I know I'm punishing myself somewhere, that I was late on this reading. I should have come 3 days ago. I know it. All right. So just so you know that it's we are very special. This is a very special calling. Don't take it lightly. If you think that it's just, no, this is amazing. This is a different kind of an experience. This is a complete different kind of fulfillment. Different path altogether. And that's why you're supposed to be you're going to be called to be brave, to be courageous. It's not easy either. I can vouch for that. Alright, so okay, dwell on this. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. Until I'll see you next. Bye.